Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for SWV and Xscape, Queens of R&B, season 1, the finale, which is also episode 6. Only got 6 episodes. Let me just tell you guys, I was just about to do this review, and my brother come texting me talking about, hey, you know the Candy Burress girl? I didn't know that she was in Xscape. Not only did he say that, now my brother only a few years older than me. He says, I didn't know she was in Xscape. He says, I only knew her from The Chi, not even from Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was like, I only knew her from The Chi, and I never really knew what those girls from Xscape looked like, except for Tiny. And you guys just don't understand why. First of all, he don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I'm fine. But my brother is like a music person. Like, he loves music. And how do you not know this? Like, I'm just like, I was like, nigga, if you don't get off my goddamn phone right now. I just sent him an emoji like, what is this that you're saying to me? I don't understand. She's been on damn Real Housewives of Atlanta. That lets you know right there that not everybody knows who these people are, but I am just amazed. He's 5 years older than me, and he is really, truly a music person. I'm just like, that shit didn't trying craziness. Anyway, I just had to let y'all know that, because I ain't doing my job right, I guess. He don't know who he is. I bet you my dad know. Anyway, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show opens where it ended last week, which was with the girls confronting Tasha about Rocky getting kickbacks from the promoter. And of course, Tasha's all, so you guys believe these text messages? I mean, yeah, you can make up a text message. Nobody is saying that that's impossible. However, this promoter ain't got no reason to lie. It's your man's number, his number, your name in there. Rocky clearly saying that he communicating with you and, Tasha, but I ain't stole nothing. Okay, well, your man did. Okay, so she big and bad. Remember, she calls Rocky. And Rocky was like, Tasha, you don't need to speak for me. This nigga pull a Juan Dixon on us. And he was like, put me on speakerphone. Okay, Juan knew better than to do that, though. But this is a whole different level of narcissism. So, yeah, Rocky gets on the speakerphone, and he was just like, Tasha, I don't know what you got to say for you, but I ain't took no money. I ain't take no money. And, the girls are all just kind of sitting there like, Tamika said that Tasha can't speak for herself. That's the reason why she's in this predicament. Tasha, I'm not in no predicament. Girl, you in something. You in a bind, Nate. Shit. So yeah, Tiny was just like, we need to know what's going on with the money. Anything that has to do with Xscape, everybody should know. Okay. So then we get the manipulation in the confessionals. And Rocky says that he don't do kickbacks because kickbacks is for hustlers, and he ain't no hustler, so he don't have to get kickbacks. But if there's somebody that owe him money, then they just paid him. Okay. He ain't took Xscape's money. So I guess he's implying that promoter owed him money anyway, and this was him getting it. The thing with narcissists is they try to gaslight you, but on a whole nother level. Like, motherfucker, you was really trying my patience when I am looking at what it say right here, and you trying to tell me that what I'm seeing is not what is being said. So yeah, Rocky, he called himself putting the girls in their place, and Tasha just sitting there. I'm just like, girl, now I know you got to know that your man is lying right there. But see, now I've been trying to give Tasha a little bit of space to say maybe she don't know, but there's just no way that she couldn't know this. Well, he could still have been telling the promoter that he was telling his wife something that he wasn't, but why would he? It's clear that they was in this together. Well, I would say 75% of me feels like she knew what the hell was going on. When she hang up the phone from him, Candy was just like, I get it. That's your man. You got to support him and everything. But at some point, we need to just realize when somebody is wrong. Okay? And all Tasha can say to that is just like, okay, well, I'm done with this. What? Girl, you done with this? Yeah, she done. And the girls are all just sitting there like, this is the same shit that we done been through a million times with them. So I don't even know, they wasn't even as mad as really I thought they would have been. And it's because they've gone through this with her and Rocky. They've told us about stuff like this in the past, so I'm sure they're just like par for the course. Here they go again. And then, to make herself look a little bit better, she gonna call Rocky. I guess that's who she called when she got outside. And she was just like, this ain't right. For them to come, it's me and my family, we falling apart and they up here worried about some money. Girl, your family is the one that's telling you stole the damn money. Something is wrong with Latasha. And then side note, this ain't got nothing to do with today's review, but what about Latasha going on Watch What Happens Live and trying to Jedi mind trick us into thinking that she did not say that she had an open relationship with Rocky. Now she's saying, no, we have open communication, but there's no way you can get that shit mixed up because the bitch, well, I shouldn't call her a bitch, but the lady said in that when she was all emotional, that, her and Rocky have an open relationship and they don't like to talk about it, but that's what it is. Okay, that's what they do. Now, how is it then we get that mixed up? You saying that you guys have an open communication, but we don't talk about it. Now, why would you even feel like you need to hide something like that away? That's why I'm just like, girl, you lying. And you're just digging your hole bigger and bigger. I'm sure she told Motown Gospel, I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. I'm going on, I'm going on Watch What Happens Live, and I'm going to tell them that I didn't say open relationship. I said open communication, but bitch, we ain't buying it, okay? We sick of this shit. 6 weeks of this bullshit of her lying. But anyways, they go to LA. Okay, the show is finally here. They have a few days before the show starts, but everybody is flying into California now. We see Tamika packing. We see Coco trying to get herself amped up to go, talking to her son. We see Taj talking to her family about to leave. And then we see Tiny. Tiny is telling somebody that they finally worked out the kinks and they agreed that Understanding will be the closeout song for the show. And I was like, and that would be when I'd be getting my keys and walking to my car. Baby, I'm sorry. I love Candy, Xscape, all the girls and everything, but no, SWV week is what it should have been. But that's what they came up with. Everybody seemed to be happy. Candy's packing her stuff to go. She said she feels like she lives in a suitcase. I'm sure Candy does a lot of traveling back and forth. And then, of course, we see Rocky and Tasha, and they still on that. They don't know why Tamika is doing this. Okay? And Tasha got the nerve to throw in there, she lies. And then they talk about her when she said that Candy had slept with Jermaine Dupri and all of So Def and everything. That's been established that Tamika lied about it. She apologized and they've moved on from that. But the thing is, Tasha and now Rocky and Tasha are using that to make it seem like Tamika is just a habitual liar. But first of all, she was doing that probably because y'all as a unit was mad at Candy. You benefited from her giving that lie at one point. Now all of a sudden, oh, my sister's a liar. She always lying. We can't believe her. That damn Tasha is a damn mess. Like Tamika said, Tasha is either a narcissist too or a damn brainwashed fool. Or maybe a combination of the both. Everybody gets to LA. Okay, we see SWV. They're all together. They have 2 days to get this shit together, and then the show is here, and they still not 100 on everything. Like, they don't know the transitions and the interludes and everything, trying to blend these two groups. So they have to have a rehearsal. And we still see Xscape. Xscape is still separate from Tasha. Xscape is there, Tasha's not. So the girls are a little annoyed with that, but Tamika's just like, I just need to have my sister back. I still love my sister. I need to know that she's okay. Is the heifer even in LA? We don't even know that. She's not staying at the hotel with them. Her and Rocky either have a place in LA or, Airbnb'd or rented something or whatever, but they are staying at a different location in the hotel. I also found out that Tiny didn't stay at the hotel either. She said they didn't have to, so she stayed at her home in LA. I was like, okay, big money bags, Tiny. So Tamika's gonna try to get in touch with Tasha, and Tiny was just like, if you talk to her, please make sure her ass show up for the show. Okay, we gotta make sure that this show goes off without a hitch. Now, it's the next day, the day before the show. They got that day to get the show together, and then that's it. Taj got the bubble guts, okay? She ain't really sure about things. Tamika out getting her something to eat. Tamika looked like she fine. Because this is Xscape is so used to probably performing in all kind of turmoil that this is just another day for them. Tasha and Rocky, you know, Tasha says that she's going to do the show, yes, but she's not excited about it. You know, it's just too much turmoil around everything. Rocky says, well, with all the betrayal and the allegations and the accusations, you know, he's done with Xscape. All right, then here we go in this confessional. He want to try to convince us that there's no way that you can deposit somebody else's check in your account. Now, I mean, it is hard to do that sometimes, but there you can get it done, okay? We've had times where Mr. had a check that should have came to me or vice versa, and we just didn't put it in each other's accounts. We don't share accounts. We ain't on each other's accounts, and that shit still went through. Fuck, if you take a picture of a damn check and do a mobile deposit, they don't even damn check the name. They just check the the account numbers and the routing numbers down there, and they figure, listen, if it's a problem, motherfucker, get in touch with us later. So don't act like you can't do that. But oh yeah, you can't, you know, unless you change numbers or forge something. Well, that's what they saying you doing, Rocky. What are you guys talking about? Quit wasting our time. But yeah, he keep on saying he ain't do that, and that's not cool that they would say that about him, but he don't really care. It's all about what Tasha wants, you know, and you know, Tasha's upset that they're blaming and accusing her husband. So yeah, this might be the last time that she performs with Xscape. And he was like, well, you know, whatever you do, you make sure you give it your all. Oh, always. So anyway, they got that day. They say 8 hours, basically. They got the venue. They're going to be practicing all of the interludes and the exchanges. And it's frustrating for SWV, I'm sure, because they don't give this type of performance that Xscape does. So they have to get used to where their marks are, where they're supposed to be, the stage, the upstairs, the downstairs, the dancers, the lights, the graphics, like all of this they got to get used to, right? I have told you guys that I felt like SWV could afford to, there's been a lot of talk about Xscape making more money than SWV because SWV don't require all of the things that Xscape has done, but I think that SWV could get more if they, you know, realize their worth. If Xscape is getting all that, then SWV should be getting that and more, okay, in my opinion, as an SWV fan. So I think that this is probably a good thing for them, even though reluctantly they probably wouldn't want to admit that they learned some things from Xscape. I think that they have. Okay, we saw this new style, Jay Bolin styled them, because I told you guys, as much as I love SWV, they could stand to change up the look. They ain't got to look like Xscape, because honey, them outfits that they was wearing in that damn concert, like when you look at that shit up close, I was just like, what the fuck do these grown ass women have on? I'm sorry, God, just a mess. You know, I guess it all looks good up there on stage, but when they was just sitting backstage, I was just like, that ain't it. That is not it. So yes, SWV don't need to go that route, but they could step that shit up. I don't want to see the spray paint jackets and the biker shorts and the jeans and all of that. Like, come on, girls, let's, you know. So anyway, they're doing their thing. All of Xscape is there, of course, except for Tasha. Tasha ain't got there yet. When she finally does, you know, Lily is like, Diana Ross is here. Diana Ross is in the building. She got her whole entourage. Please tell me why somebody was combing her hair while she was talking to her. I was just like, y'all doing way too much. Is somebody really combing her hair while we just sitting here talking? So anyway, now this is supposed to just be rehearsal for the interludes and the transitions, but Xscape is having a full-blown rehearsal. So after SWV gets down, they interludes and it transitions or whatever they gonna get, you know, they ready to go. We got to sit here and watch Xscape. They going through a whole fucking show. Like, no, we ready to go. You know, the management is trying to tell the people that they ready to go how much longer and all of this. And they like, no, we go through the whole thing, basically. So, once they finally finish doing that, then it's like, okay, are we going to all do Is My Living in Vain? And that's Xscape's, you know, signature song from when they were young and when they first got started. So, you know, they show the video of them when they were all auditioning for Jermaine Dupri. And so the discussion is whether or not SWV is going to sing it with them. Well, SWV was like, we don't do church in our sets. Like, I already told y'all we don't do that. We, you know, they don't want to do it. Also, I'm sure Ego is, everybody knows that's Xscape's song. So now SWV is feeling like they're backup for them. I feel like Xscape, I'm sorry, I feel like SWV feels like they were fitted into an Xscape show. I don't know if they feel like they were on a collaborative type of thing. Okay. And so I think that's why their feelings was so, why they damn panties was in a bunch and why they was so upset all the time. But if they would have got out of the way, see, I think Taj could have gotten there if Coco and Lily wasn't. And I think even Lily kind of started to come around to it, but Coco is the one that was just like, hell no. Like, I'm not bowing down to these girls. I'm not doing this, that, and the other. And I was just like, but Coco, some of the things that they are saying is definitely going to help. And if you really don't want to do that, do you have another idea? Instead of just complaining and feeling like the girls, like, bring something else to the table then, But I can understand them not wanting to do Is My Living in Vain. But it was just like, that would have been they felt like that's a good collaborative song. So SWV was trying to stay up on the stage up at the top while the other girls sang down there. But they was like, no, it looks better if everybody is all on the same level. And so they go on and do it, but you can tell they didn't really want to do it. Don is saying something about something looks corny that Taj had suggested, and she was like, who said that? And they was like, Don Juan, and Don was out there. She was like, we trying to do something cohesive. Like, why are you saying something that's corny? He was like, well, I'm all for cohesive. And she was just like, well, then shut up then. I don't think she said shut up, but I know she wanted to say, like, shut the fuck up. You guys know how it is. Everybody's patience is real short. It's the last day. The shit is still not put together. Xscape has all the other drama. SWV is feeling away. Like, usually when shit like this happens right before the show, that's when the show is going to come together without a hitch. Okay? It's just like, let us get this shit done the next day and watch everything go smoothly. So on the day of the show, you guys, we here. Come hook or crook, like my mom used to say. We here. It ain't gonna have no choice but to go right, because ain't nothing else that we can do other than just not do the show altogether. And we know that they gonna do this damn show. Candy says, this is the last time that the four of them probably will perform together. And Tiny feels bad because she knows that Tamika feels bad that her and her sister still have not been able to really resolve anything, all this going on. And so are you gonna talk to Tasha? And Tamika's just like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to her before the show because then we'll get into a fight. And she ain't really trying to have that type of energy right before the show. So maybe she'll try to talk to her afterwards. Tamika's like, yeah, I mean, when I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have confronted Tasha, with the girls. The sister side of me says, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But the business side of me is just like, no, them two stole our fucking money. And I was like, yeah, you would have to do it with the girls because this is about the group. This ain't just about you two sisters fighting. This is about the group money and there being some inconsistencies here. So no, you wasn't wrong doing that. And you guys didn't even come at her. Nobody came at her foul or funky. They just was talking to her. So you did the right thing, Tamika. Don't beat yourself up about that. Anyway, we not sure if Tasha gonna be there. I mean, we pretty sure she gonna come, but Tasha hadn't come yet. Remember, she has her entourage. So she finally shows up with her entourage, and Tamika's just like, it's like, makes no sense. Who are these people? Like, that is not even Tasha. That is her husband. That's Rocky that feels like she has to have this army of people around her. Okay? So, they all just like rolling their eyes like, oh, here we go. Tasha trying to portray this image that like, I'm the lead singer, I'm the main one, I'm the busiest one, I got a whole entourage of people, But yeah, that's when I saw them outfits when Tiny got there. I was just like, child, what y'all got on? Woo! I never realized that it was so stripper-like. So anyway, the girls are nervous. 10 minutes to showtime. So everybody, now that the whole group is there, on both sides, let's have a prayer and then let's get out here, and give them a show. So that's what they do. SWV opens the show. Like I said that they should. If Xscape was closing, then then SWV should open. So that's what happened. They started with Anything, and that is my jam. So fine, I'm loving it, right? And then Xscape comes out and they do a song. I don't even know the song, but I think it's called Love Is On My Mind or Love on My mind. And that's a fast song too. So they sing that song fine. So anyway, we see them doing their different things. They sing Is My Living in Vain, and SWV comes down there, even though they said they wasn't gonna sing. I don't know if they really were singing, but you know, we see Xscape and SWV up on the stage together, so there's that. You know, Tasha, oh, it's just amazing, we're all up here like, dang, we did it. I said, that shit show wasn't easy, now was it? And then of course, when it comes to closing the show, SWV does Week, and they have that place jumping. All right, I'm talking about everybody was singing, and it was a whole bunch of cheering and everything. Now, when Xscape did Understanding, they didn't even show the crowd. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you guys. They did not show the crowd. They just showed them up on stage and them talking about, you know, them accomplishing this whole concert or whatever, but they did not show. So I was just like, food for thought. Okay. But maybe I could be wrong. But did you guys see this? They didn't show the crowd until they finally finished the song. Okay? I know the Xscape fans is going to be like, honey, it's all on the show. We saw it. But it don't matter, you guys. I like both of the groups. It's fine that SWV is my favorite. They did it. Everybody seemed to be happy. The crowd was there and the people seemed to be happy. So we got through this. Tasha said that usually when they sing together, you know, her and Tamika usually be big up in each other, like, girl, you did that, or girl, you sound great. She is like, and there was none of that, so she did feel a little, you know, she felt a little sad that did. Oh, Tasha, go somewhere, because you're gonna be sad, you're gonna be mad, you're gonna be with your sister, you're gonna be with your husband, and you're gonna be with the group. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, afterwards, everybody is happy. Everybody is congratulations. We did that, hugging, you know, doing all of that. And then Tamika was like, Tasha, come on, come here. I need to talk to you. And, you know, Tasha is not really trying to talk to her. But she goes in the other room with her. Tasha was like, I don't feel like talking. I'm tired. I'm going home. And then she was like, no, we need to talk. Tamika says it doesn't feel good, them being at odds. And, you know, she don't want an apology. She don't even, at this point, what the apology gonna do? She just wants her sister back. She wants them to be able to be okay with each other. So, you know, Tasha was just like, oh, Tamika, I don't feel like being here. I don't feel like being in chaos. You know, I don't, you know, work in that. And she was just like, that's the energy you giving coming up here with this entourage. Like, who are these people? Tasha gonna say to the confessional that she would talk to Tamika if she felt like she was being sincere, you know, and that she basically implied that Tamika is jealous of her and Rocky, and that's why Tamika is doing all of this, that it had nothing to do with them stealing anything, because they didn't. I was just like, wow. So Tasha was just like, I'm leaving, and Tamika's like, where are you going? She's going home. She's done with this. Like, where do we stand as sisters? Okay, she leaving with her entourage. You know, Tamika was like, oh, your entourage, huh? Is that your family? And she was like, yes, that's my family. They treat me better than you do. I'm sure that was a little stab. That was a jab. Okay. And so Tamika feels bad afterwards. And, you know, she's there and Candy is consoling her. You know, when it looked like Tamika's going to start crying, you know, she has her back to the camera the whole time. That's when you know somebody is really about to do the ugly face cry. And, you know, Candy is just like, nope, nope, nope. Don't cry. Don't cry. You know, maybe you and your sister can work this out. I mean, I really love the fact that even though Tiny and Candy knows that Tasha is full of shit, they also are trying to be there for Tamika, trying to be understanding of Tasha, even with the shit that her and Rocky do. Okay? They are still being very supportive of Tamika. And did you guys even hear when Candy said, you know, and maybe once you guys talk and, you know, maybe she want to come back. I was just like, did I hear that correct? Did I hear that they are willing to bring Tasha back? I didn't think that they would do that. Okay, but maybe that was before, well, that was before all of this other shit that's happened since the show has been on. This show, you remember where they recorded this a while ago, and my phone ran out of memory while I was talking. So anyway, what I'm saying is, maybe they agreed, maybe they thought at the time that they could still bring Tasha back, but I'm sure since all this other shit has happened since the show has aired, they've changed their mind on that. But I was actually surprised that Candy said that. But then I was like, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, because they go through so much fighting all the time that they're used to this. Okay, they are used to their toxic environment of Xscape. So and so then the show goes off and we get the highlights of what's going on. You know, Tasha's song coming out. Xscape is performing as a threesome now. I mean, as a trio, not a threesome, as a trio. And SWV is doing their thing and, you know, all of that. But yeah, it's just, Everybody is asking if there's going to be a season 2. I think that if it was up to Coco, she ain't doing it. I think that Taj and Lily can get around all of the feelings and do it. But I think Coco, if they're going to have an issue, it's going to be because of Coco doing it. SWV, I mean, Xscape look like they could still do it. Okay. But again, that was before everything has happened, so maybe they've even changed their mind too. But yeah, that was it, you guys. What did you guys think about the season? I mean, it definitely kept our attention. It was short enough that we didn't get sick of it, and you know, on to Real Housewives of Atlanta next in a couple of weeks. All right, you guys, let me get on off of here. Make sure that you thumbs up this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I'm planning on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.